I'm Liz from Caravan Guard Insurance. Gas plays a vital role in a caravan or motorhome, powering the heating, the hot water, the cooking and even keeping your fridge cool. But did you know there are two main types of gas that you can use, as well as different setups like exchangeable bottles, refillable cylinders and even built-in tanks? In this video, we'll explore the differences, look at the pros and cons of each and help you to decide which setup and type of gas might work best for your travels. In leisure vehicles, the gas we use is liquefied petroleum gas or LPG. Although they are all distilled from crude oil in similar processes, butane and propane are very different in their characteristics. The gases are stored in bottles under high pressure as a liquid, and when the liquid is allowed to leave the bottle, the liquid vaporises and turns into gas. In leisure vehicles, the gas bottles are stored and secured upright in a dedicated gas locker, where the bottle is connected to the vehicle and the high pressure gas is regulated for safe use within the vehicle. We'll discuss how the gas is regulated a bit later on, but for now, let's explore the various gas types. Propane is usually found in red bottles and has a boiling point of -42 degrees Celsius. This means that in cold weather conditions, propane will still work, so it's a good option for year-round touring. Although because of its low boiling point, in very hot weather conditions, it won't be as efficient as butane, which we'll discuss in a moment. Propane is widely available in the UK, but is not so common in mainland Europe, so if you do have propane gas, make sure you have enough for your trip if touring abroad. Butane gas comes in a blue bottle and has a boiling point of just -2 degrees Celsius. This means that if you're touring in winter, butane will be less efficient and may struggle to burn at all. But because of its higher boiling point, butane is a great fuel to use in hot weather conditions. In fact, it produces around 12% more energy per volume than propane. Butane can be slightly cheaper than propane to buy and is widely available in mainland Europe too. So in summary, propane is great when used in colder weather, but it isn't as efficient in hot weather climates. It's readily available in the UK, but not in Europe. Butane does not work well in cold weather, but is great in hot conditions. Its use is widespread in the UK and also in Europe, although the connections may be different, which we'll discuss later. So that covers the gas types. Now let's look at how gas works in a leisure vehicle. Nearly all modern motorhomes and caravans have a bulkhead regulator. This means that all you need is to supply the gas cylinder and have the correct fitting. The regulator will handle either gas type. The fitting will usually come in the form of a pigtail like this. This fits securely into the regulator at one end and will fit directly to the gas bottle at the other. If your leisure vehicle doesn't have a bulkhead regulator, don't worry, you can get one that fits onto the top of the bottle. Depending on the gas type and bottle size will depend on the connection style for both the regulator and pigtail connections. Propane bottles have a reverse thread receiver where the connection is screwed into the bottle. Make sure that when adding either a pigtail or regulator to rotate the connection anti-clockwise and tighten with the correct size spanner. For small butane bottles, the connection is also a reverse screw thread, but the connection screws onto the bottle. For 7.5 kg butane bottles and bigger, the connection clips onto the top of the bottle, and for maximum flexibility, you can buy a clip that attaches to the bottle and then allows a regulator or pigtail to screw onto that. If you're heading to Europe and need butane, check with the gas supplier which fitting you might need. There are adapters to fit a wide range of gas bottles from a wide selection of suppliers. Annoyingly, these are not all standardised, so it's worth researching what gas suppliers are most common in your intended destination and then make sure you buy the correct adapter to fit these bottles before you go. All pigtail connections come with a lifespan of 5 years. The date of manufacture will be printed on the pipe and after 5 years these should be replaced. And remember, gas can give off carbon monoxide, which is very toxic, doesn't smell and can easily harm people in confined spaces such as a leisure vehicle. It's for this reason that leisure vehicles come with gas drain vents to allow carbon monoxide to sink and leave the habitation area. So it's important that these aren't blocked and that carbon monoxide detectors are installed and working. Even more importantly, make sure you get your gas appliances serviced annually. It's also a good habit to turn off your gas when it's not in use. Either travelling or in storage, use the tap on the gas bottle and also consider using the isolation taps within the leisure vehicle. These can isolate the gas supply to the cooker, fridge and heating. Gas cylinders like Calor in their distinctive blue and red bottles can be found in many retailers. With Calor and other suppliers, you rent the first bottle, then when you run out of gas you pay for a refill bottle on an exchange basis. You can't legally refill these bottles yourself, and prices can vary depending on the wholesale price of gas, the season and location. Another company that rent gas bottles on a full for empty exchange basis is Flogas. It has a wide selection of retailers around the UK too, and prices are comparable to a Calor retailer, but you can't exchange a Flogas with a Calor bottle or vice versa. Products such as SafeFill allow you to buy the gas cylinder outright, along with fittings, so you can refill the cylinder yourself at a designated refill station. The initial outlay can be more expensive than exchangeable cylinders, but the refill fee is a fraction of the cost. If you use gas as a primary fuel source and are doing a lot of touring in the UK and abroad, a refillable system might be a more cost-effective method of using gas. Some motorhomes are fitted with a fixed permanent gas tank with an external filler point like Gaslow. These are great for long trips or frequent touring abroad. Following on from Gaslow that occupies the existing gas locker, some modern motorhomes come with a permanent underslung gas tank fitted to the underside of the vehicle, and these free up storage space inside and can be filled at LPG pumps. Again, they're particularly handy for long-term touring and continental trips where refilling is easier than swapping bottles, as LPG pumps and service stations are relatively common in many European countries. In summary, refillable gas bottles are cheaper to top up, can be more convenient for heavy gas users, and are ideal for European touring. However, the initial cost can be significant and filling stations can be limited in some UK areas, although more widespread abroad. Permanent gas tanks can offer more capacity than their cylinder counterparts. They're very easy to use, but they can only be fitted to certain vehicles, and depending on the size of the gas tank, the vehicle might be restricted to travel on the shuttle or on some ferries, where quantities of LPG are strictly maintained. Finally, if your leisure vehicle doesn't have an external gas point for outside cooking, you can use small gas canisters instead. These are ideal for barbecues and stoves, they aren't too bulky, and they offer more freedom as you don't need to be connected to the side of your caravan or motorhome. Choosing the gas type and storage that is best for you can be daunting, so consider these points. Are you touring during winter? Will you be heading to Europe? Are you a heavy gas user? And do you enjoy cooking outdoors? Summer caravanners and motorhomers often choose butane as their gas choice, but winter and year-round tourers usually pick propane. Long-distance travellers might prefer refillable or permanent tanks, and outdoor cooks love the convenience of an external gas point. No matter your chosen gas type or gas storage method, make sure any fire safety items such as extinguishers and fire blankets are within dates and are also in good working order. So there you go, a comprehensive guide to the different gas types and setups for your leisure vehicle. Whatever system you use, regular servicing of your caravan or motorhome is essential. It keeps your gas supply safe and makes sure all your gas appliances are working efficiently. And always check that you have a working carbon monoxide alarm in your leisure vehicle. For more hints and tips, head on over to the Caravan Guard website, and don't forget to like and share this video, as well as watching our video on how to check how much gas is left in your cylinder. Thanks for watching and take care.